Hello.
Hello, how are you doing, my brother?
I'm very good. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you for this opportunity. I
It's an
really appreciate
honor.
it. It means a lot to me, seriously. Thank you. I really
Absolutely. I'm happy to be able to be of service to you, and I really look forward to this session with you.
thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I've been guided to connect with you, but you know how ego jumps in and gives you the reasons not to do it. So for me, the financial situation was one of them. And then I convince myself, okay, I'm gonna ask, which is against my tradition, culture, and upbringing. Because for us, asking for help is sign of weakness, right? But I said, I'm not gonna listen to ego. I'm gonna follow my heart and ask. If it's meant to be, it's gonna happen.
Yes.
And the way I calculated, it was late night for you guys in England. And then I said, okay, I'm going to sleep on it. By next morning, see how you respond. But you just responded right away with that loving message and that offering for me was, oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps talking
Oh,
about it.
me too. Me too. Absolutely. I'm getting them too, man. Well, yes, absolutely. You see, I'm happy that you are here. And I look forward to being able to share everything that I perceive with you. So, my dear friend, before we begin, is there something that you would like us to focus on?
Uh, Actually, kind of, yes.
Mhm.
My intention is, I mean, was and still is to this day, when I start this journey like 10, 12 years ago, my intention was to expand my awareness, connect to higher consciousness, and remember who I am, why am I here? And hopefully, one day I can help other aspect of myself to do the same thing. This is my intention. But recently, it feels like I hit some like a glass ceiling and I lost that excitement. I was very excited when I started this journey, just learning about myself, learning about creation, and feeling, oh my God, I can become of service to my friends and family and fellow seekers. It
Yes.
gave me that joy. But recently, I lost that excitement. I was hoping by now we all have our own community. We are connecting together, co-creating together, connecting to that oneness consciousness, changing the planet. But now I feel like a not block. It's like stagnant energy. It's
Uh
like,
huh.
okay, so this is my
The next step.
intention. Yes, okay. Is there, I mean, I know I have an implant. I had few implants before. And so when they come to my consciousness, for me, that means, okay, they're ready to get released. But this one, when I look at it and I try to remove it, I thought I did, but nothing changed. But when I went back and looked, it's still there.
Hmm.
So something interfering with my flow of energy, information, whatever you want to call it. So I leave everything
Thank you.
to
Absolutely. Absolutely.
your mind.
So, um, um, I've got such a immediate positive burst of energy. So I can tell you this right away, right at the beginning. There is so much that has been building up and ready to be released. Think of yourself like a dormant volcano. So all the work that you have done is being built up. Nothing is lost. And so when that next level occurs, you are going to rise really, really quickly, two, three stages at once. So let's have a look together and see what we can find. Anything that doesn't belong will get out of the way, and I'll share with you everything as we proceed. And so, okay, so let me please start with burning some Palo Santo. So if you have any sage, Palo Santo, or incense, you're well prepared, my friend. That's amazing.
First, I did it. I did Palo Santo before we start, but I'm going to do a smudge right now. So
Amazing.
yesterday when I was walking, I find the hawk feather. and I
Oh,
live in
that's
Toronto City. So for me was, oh my God, something happening. And
I
I have a very good feeling about this. So we'll see. I
oh,
mean, in Toronto,
absolutely.
walking in big city, finding the hawk feather was like, oh my God, this is like a
Very,
pure
very.
magic from divine.
That's very special. Absolutely. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to move to the singing bowl. Additional cleansing, but it will also help me connect to you further.
And by the way, we have like an ancestral connection. Am I right? You're from
Yes,
Iran?
yes, we're both Persian.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been finding so many incredible Persian people recently. I think it's our time.
Yes, of course.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed. Okay. So, my dear friend, your energy is incredibly elevated. And so you have a strong presence in higher dimensions already. And so the only thing that is probably bugging the conscious mind would be interference. In terms of your spirit, your energy, who that infinite you is, you've already ascended. It's happened many lifetimes ago. And in fact, you are here by choice, not by force. All that which you spoke about, raising humanity so communities form, that we experience unity consciousness, that very much so has happened not just in this lifetime, but many, many previous ones. And you do this successfully every time round. And so I'm going to tell you, you're going to have this victory this time too, in this body that you occupy. And so, my dear friend, I am getting a very powerful energy of water. Water in the sense of, think of the stormy ocean, that amount of raw strength, but also in its gentle form where it can wash a wound and clean it and heal it. Very much so the Laguz rune in Norse tradition, the rune of water, renewal and healing. And so within you, you have a powerful energy of a healer. And I would strongly recommend that you investigate to reawaken these gifts because they're very much so already within you.
I'm working on them.
And so energy of water and ocean. So incarnations recently in West Asia, but going to more ancient civilizations where you are a high priest, a wisdom keeper, Atlantean lifetimes. And that's where the water comes in. Being very much a giver of knowledge. So what you would do, you would sit in a ship or a boat, travel to lands where people were very primitive. So the way the Atlantean culture existed, they were very advanced, but then at the same time we had primitive tribes all over the planet. By that time humanity had spread. And we're talking about 50,000 to 25,000 years ago. You would come ashore and start teaching them how to speak, how to farm, how to create structures out of raw materials, civilizing them and moving on. That would be your gift of giving wisdom, giving knowledge and healing. And so that's the flavor of your energy, very much so. An educator, a healer, and bringer of light. And so that passion that you feel within you is not a selfish passion. So if you live the rest of this lifetime and nothing happens, you're good. But you feel very deeply for your fellow human beings, and their ignorance and backward ways is a cause for much distress for you, because you know they can do so much better, and you wish to volunteer to be the instrument for that illumination and enlightenment. So Atlantean wisdom keeper, that's the most pronounced energy that I'm sensing in you. And then, of course, as they lost their home, their major capital sank, you would have moved to other places in the world like Egypt, and then later on in Persia. And it seems that you are very fond of that culture, the great and gentle wisdom and spirituality of the Persian culture. You've had lifetimes as a magus, as a mokh, as a Zoroastrian mokh, which is also the same thing. But in those lifetimes, the form would have changed to the keeper of the divine flame, but also passing on traditions and acting as a luminary. You've had a hand in the transfer of this wisdom to Central and Eastern Asia at the very birth of the Buddhist culture, because that also moved from Persia before there was any civilization there. And you were among the very first to uproot your life and move to those locations and start teaching them about spirituality. And they were very good students. They accepted the wisdom that you brought initially. And this is a long time ago. I'm talking about 6,000 or 7,000 years ago. The same tradition then came into the Zoroastrian tradition. It's also reflected in the Hindu beliefs. You can find a mutual root. It's not just the language that has similar roots, but also their culture and spiritual practice. So you've had involvement in that transfer of light. And so this is pretty much who you are: illuminator, educator, and healer, a bringer and keeper of wisdom and sacred knowledge. Okay, so that's the initial information I'm getting for you. Now let's deal with this current physical vessel, because from what I see, you're tapped in very powerfully to your infinite self and the divine. And, well, you mentioned implants. Yeah, there's something there causing noise that will prevent you from consciously understanding the gentle whispers of spirit. And again, as I'm saying this, I'm getting goosebumps, because it seems that is what is going on here.
You're
Now,
right,
some good news for you, my dear friend. This is very easy. It will do the entire thing within one session. And then if we have time left over, I'll recommend some modalities, some methods that you can easily follow. You've probably seen this in the Iranian culture. They have these tasbih. You got it already. I almost didn't notice. So you would use these to keep count of your words of power. This is very, very effective in keeping the energy clean and removing barriers. But we'll focus on that towards the end of today's session. So I would like to kindly ask for your permission and tune into your energy. Let's see what we're working with. May I begin?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
please.
you very much. Calling to my beloved, source of all sources, source of all things in all domains, calling for illumination, healing, light, love, expansion, and evolution, so that this session may be aligned with our highest soul purpose, highest good, greatest life, health, wealth, abundance, joy, and evolution. And may the overflow wash across the cosmos and serve the highest good of all. Okay, so immediately, I've seen this one before. There's an injury with a spear, and it would have landed from the back of the head, going all the way down into the body, coming out of the chest. So it would have ended that incarnation, piercing through the top of the skull, injuring the spine, and then coming through, so like an oblique angle, hitting the head and coming out from the front of the chest. This is an older injury. It wasn't from distance, it was a close quarter injury. So somebody stood above you and pierced this into your body. And the instrument had a lot of energy on it. Hatred. Okay, this kind of thing is not just a regular spear. When these injuries carry on through incarnations, there's usually magic involved. And so this has been in... I'm just going to present this to you. This is during the fall of the Persian Empire. One of the big battles. Now this is Qadisiyeh, okay? And you were one of the mages, one of the holy men who would bless the soldiers. Through chaos, the army was lost, and they finished you, they killed you right on the battlefield. And there was so much hatred towards you and your kind, the wise men. Let's pull this out of your energy, my dear friend, before we start doing anything, because it's blocking up all the higher centers and also causing injury to the heart. So imagine your hands are tied, but you're standing upright, okay? Your head is not down, upright, and therefore the piercing through the skull went to the front of the chest. Otherwise it would have missed. Okay, so you're here, you have your pride and dignity. You know that the paradise is awaiting you. You know who you are. There's that certainty. But this injury, that's the first thing I need to get out. Okay, so I'm going to use the sistrum. You've got the ankh around your neck. You know what this is. But the sistrum they have used to, in this form, to clear entire temple complexes. I'm going to use it to shift this spear out of phase, so as we remove it, it doesn't catch on anything and cause any injury for you. So we both have a great soul affinity to that part of the world, the land of Persia. Starting from underneath the rib cage and moving up towards the back of the head. Okay, and so now grabbing it from underneath the chest and also pulling it from, it would be around the jade gate, so just kind of back of the head, this level here, that it would have gone in and pierced through. So pulling it out, let's just wiggle it in place. Okay, starting to pull it upwards. There's so much heavy energy in this instrument. Okay, so now just reaching the tip of the spear is going to enter the body as I pull it upwards and out. Okay, pulling it through the heart. Okay, heart is liberated. Immediately I'm going to heal. I'm going to use Magnolia, Sacred Feminine, on the heart for you. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. Now continue to pull it upwards. It hit the edge of the throat chakra, pulling it out. Okay, so now it's in, the tip is kind of above the throat chakra, immediately healing the throat for you. Okay, good. One more center. Now pulling it out of the head. We're almost there. Okay, it's out of the head. Pulling this filthy thing out of your energy. It's not worth keeping. It is primitive and ugly and filthy. So I'm just going to break it up and burn it. And immediately healing.
Lots of emotion coming up with it. Wow.
I know, beautiful, man. Okay, good, good, good. So now healing the jade gate so you don't hemorrhage any energy. Oof. Okay, that's out, my dear friend. Now let's start the process. That was the first thing I saw that didn't belong. Okay, Soul Star is now opening up. So the whole energy was causing interference in the higher dimensions too. There's a very old tradition of sorcery before the emergence of Islam in Arabia. One of these people was the wielder of this weapon. Very dark energy. So they were not beyond human sacrifice. They were not beyond any dark stuff as long as it worked, okay? And so now let's start clearing the Soul Star, because the connection is absolutely there. Now between the Soul Star and crown, you're right now at about 20%, 25%. That's impressive. At birth, this is cut and the connection to Earth is cut, so we can live an earthly life and go through the matrix for the purposes of that. But you've reconstructed the soul bridge. That is very impressive. So please allow me to give you confirmation. The practices that you have done have been effective, okay? Okay, so now let's clear. This part is very straightforward, like in Energy Carwash. I'm breaking up with the sound any stagnant energy, and then I'll use a shard of obsidian, volcanic glass, to vacuum clean it out of your system for you. Okay, so from the very edges of the branches of the Soul Star, connecting to your infinite soul and the Most High Divine, coming down, clearing the Soul Star itself. That did it. Okay, very simple, very easy. Okay, so vacuuming and cleaning the branches of the Soul Star and the Soul Star itself. Now let's... So a few levels of interference with the crown, third eye, and remaining in the Jade Gate. Lower chakras are looking good. So let's clear the bridge, and I'm going to clear the crown, and then we'll reconnect or rebuild the bridge so you can pull in more light. So that information that you are seeking, for example, intuition, remote viewing, precognition, telekinesis, telepathy, all that stuff requires a certain level of energy exchange. This will facilitate that. So I'll clean the bridge as it is. We'll clean the crown and then pull in more light for you. So let's clear the bridge for you. Okay, vacuuming what we broke up into the consistency of fine dry sand. So the vacuum cleaner is pulling out every last little piece of this. Okay, so now gently approaching the crown from above the head. Lots of parasitic organisms, AI connected. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 oblique left side, 6, 7, 8. The 8th one, which would be on your left side of the head, just above the ear. This is very strong.
Exactly, right on the spot. Yes,
you've noticed it. Okay, this is a bad boy. This is a big one, and it's been feeding off your energy for a very long time, not beyond. So you came into this body with this nasty thing attached. So, with your permission, I'll first deal with that one on its own, because the rest of them are very weak. So what is this thing? So it's branched into the cranial cavity, interfering with crown, third eye, jade gate, and throat. Some tendrils going down into the heart. So it's very sophisticated. It's not just a low-level AI, and it has backup working with it. It's also regenerative, meaning that if we just pull this out, it's going to come back, because it's connected. Yeah, okay, so we'll you got it. Yes. You pull it out, it comes right. It's connected to a spacecraft, a space vessel, and there are lots of little beings, greys, dealing with equipment, monitoring it. So please allow me to say this. You are incredibly important Otherwise, this level of effort would not make sense. So we're going to go through that portal right into their ship and see what they're doing. Okay, going through the opening of the portal, which is where the tendrils are coming out, like a big, thick cable, about 3 fingers thickness. So it's a substantial thing coming down to the lower astral and connecting to the mind. So let's follow this cable through the portal. Okay, stepping out into where these beings are. It's interesting, they're not even acknowledging my presence. So it seems that they are automatons. They're going to continue doing their job for as long as they can. So within their consciousness, there's no fear, no emotion, no compassion, no love, no hate. They're almost mechanical, just monitoring the devices and doing their thing. And so to this end, there's really, let's offer them ascension if they are worthy. So not enough sentience, almost insect-like. So insectoid species, they're not gray. So they're not Zeta or any of those, let's say, grays. They're short, about a meter or 3 feet tall. They're not even acknowledging my presence there. They're completely aware of me, but they're continuing their task for as long as they can. Okay, pulling them off, all these devices, gathering them all into one place. And let's now find the consciousness behind them. So following the stream of thought, somebody is running these guys. This is a surprise to me, but it's one of the Trontoloids, or the praying mantis beings. These are high-ranking beings. Now this one will understand. What the actual hell, man? What are you doing? More importantly, why are you doing this? You're preventing a being of light from actualizing themselves in physical form. It's telling me it wasn't time. It wasn't time. So it also is following a prescription or set of commands. Now it's time. I want your assurance not to interfere with this soul in any dimension or domain that consciousness exists. Okay, it is withdrawing. So it's an okay. It says it agrees. And so I don't wish to cause harm to your little minions here. It's giving them the instruction to withdraw. And I want you to withdraw all connections to the light body of this being of light in all domains that consciousness exists, past lives and future. This is a good outcome. It's gently taking away everything without any injury. And now before I let you go, you must explain the reasoning. So I'm just going to call it a he. He's saying he's following your guidance. You instructed him to hide you from yourself also. And what was the explanation? You wanted a holiday lifetime. After the trauma, you wanted to live as a quote-unquote normal human without any of this, because it can become heavy. And then you forgot about it. You never told this being to stop.
That makes sense.
The holiday went on for a long time. And now so much of your soul's energy has broken through that you are aware again. And so it's not resisting whatsoever. it's more than happy to go off and do another task. So, do you wish to ask anything from this Trantaloid, this praying mantis being? Or are you just happy to set it off on its journey?
No, just thank it and appreciate the service. Thank you very much. And we are done with this. Thank you and love you.
Okay, we've got a little, as they do, a little head nod. It's honored to serve you and wishes you well. So this is, oh my goodness, this is very polite, civilized interaction. Okay, good. So coming back from there, closing the portal, returning to the ship, they're packing up. The connection is severed. They've pulled back the device and now they're just packing up to go do something else. And so that's why they weren't acknowledging me. The entire crew was under control of one mind. And so the one mind wasn't responding, just to see what kind of communication we could initiate with it. Okay, so I'm happy. I trust them. And these mantid beings, they're not liars. They say what they mean. If it's yes or no, immediately. Okay, that's good.
I had interaction with them before, so yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, and that is a strong truth, because my body's going, whoa, yeah. Closing the portal to the ship, returning to here and now. And so let's complete the healing work from removing that massive implant, that cable. So left side of head above, just washing your energy, filling it with light. Okay, good. That's out of the way. The rest are easy peasy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Left side of the head clear. One is above, entering from above, and the others are around the perimeter of the head. I'm just going to shift them out of phase and gently remove these guys. Okay, so I'm going to enter gently and respectfully from the right side of the head, and now I'm just going around the periphery of the skull, collecting all of these cords, little tails like with roots, and now moving to the top of the head, removing that one, pulling them all together. Okay, I've got all 7, gently removing from the boundaries of the body. They're all out. And now pulling out of your energy. Let's see if these guys can be negotiated with. Okay, my dear friend, it seems everything interacting with you is evolved. Now, despite having a job to do, they are crying for ascension immediately. They want to join divine order, and they are honest about it.
Beautiful.
It seems that interaction with your energy has evolved them already. They're not what they started out to be. They have changed in the most positive way. And so immediately they're ready. My heart is swelling with love and happiness. This is very beautiful. Okay, so creating a pocket reality, a pocket universe for them. Assigning teachers and guides so they may learn, and through paying for their mistakes, may they rejoin, or rather join the path of divine evolution for the very first time. And so they may only leave this universe, this pocket universe, if they are ready to be of service to the highest good of all. Opening the portal, gently passing them through, blessing their journey. Closing the portal behind them. Okay, so back to here and now. And let's do some gentle healing for the energy system around the crown and the head, mending the puncture wounds for you. Okay, now we're ready. The crown, thumbs up. Now let's expand the bridge. This is interesting. So you have a hand in the governance of the way the day-to-day matrix operates. This illusory reality, you're above that. So it would make sense that you have an alliance with the builders, with the engineers, with the technicians that create this reality. There is,
I do, yes.
if I dare say, a union, a friendship, an alliance with them. And so
Yes.
they know you, they protect you. And so therefore, if you wanted to take a lifetime off in Earth, this would make sense. You say, hey, bro, I don't want to remember. I want 2 or 3 holidays. And they said, oh, hey, no problem. And maybe this was exactly the length of holiday you required. And so maybe this is the time, because that's the words that the mantid was saying. Now it's time.
I know this.
That's out of the way. That's now out. You're going to start pulling in memory, light, and acquired soul ability very, very fast. Okay, so now for the bridge. In this body, you've reconstructed it to 25% full capacity. Let's pull in light from the beloved divine and your infinite soul, calling for fresh, new light, never used or recycled, just for this purpose, pulling into the branches, coming into the soul star and across the bridge, illuminating the crown and flooding the body, washing it with new light and strengthening you. And so now every photon of light that spirals down in its wake will leave a trail of light filling up the bridge. So pulling in more light for you. 35, 40, we kicked up some dust right in the middle of the bridge. Let me break this up for you and vacuum it out so there's nothing that isn't light. Okay, clearing up. Let's continue filling the bridge with light. 55, 60, 70. More dust from the ancient wound is kicking up. No problem, we'll just clean it. I'm going to use something a little bit softer because this is easy to remove. Okay. Now pulling that out of your energy. And let's continue. 75, 80, 85, 95, and the bridge is complete. Now I'm immediately seeing geometric patterns moving up and down. So the exchange of information already began. So now let's up the level of light, wash the crown, and illuminate the third eye. So no specific bugs or devices or beings, just a little dusting required. So I'm just going to use the smaller one, which is a little more intense, just washing and clearing the third eye. And so now let's just cleanse this, vacuuming everything we broke up, pulling out of your energy. Now pulling light and washing the third eye. Okay, so soul star, bridge, crown, and third eye, thumbs up. So pulling in more light through the branches, washing them, strengthening them down the bridge, pushing light over the bridge, entering the crown, washing and strengthening the crown, third eye also. Now going to the back of the head, the jade gate. This is open. Memories from other aspects of self are making it in. This is good news. There's no backlog of information that you need to receive and become up to date. That is already here. So just clearing up like a pipeway or spiral going from the back of the head outwards. Just clearing this spiral for you. Okay. pushing out any debris. And now let's vacuum from the back of the head, moving out of the boundaries of the body. Jade gate also good. So I'm going to just step back, so to speak, and observe the head. See if anything is remaining in the head that we missed. Two tiny implants. One burnt out, one still active. And this would be now above the right eye. So these 2 points here. One at the so right eye, right side of the right eye, and one kind of near the third eye itself, kind of at the boundaries of it. Easy to burn out. By the way, you can use breath work for this. So what you would do to burn out any of these tiny implants, astral implants in the body, would be to go supernova. So you close the internal orbits or internal circuitry. You would touch the top of your palate, top of the mouth with the tongue, and that would close the circuitry from one side. And then you would basically contract the sphincter, the muscles of the anus, and that would close the circuit from the other side. So contraction and touching the top of the mouth with the tongue, you've got two closed parts of the circuit. Energy will start to loop. Then you breathe in from the nose, still you're holding these muscles, and breathe out of the mouth. And when you feel sufficiently charged, you release the muscles and focus on these 2 points. And a big exhalation. That did it. How many breaths was that? 6 or 7, yes?
I think so, yes.
Okay, that did the job. 9 usually is more than enough. So you burned out the last one. Anywhere in the body that you become aware of an implant, this method you can use to build up energy and suddenly release. Works every single time. Okay, so now let's just break these up. Above and the right side of the right eye. First one broken up. Second one broken up. And let's pull these out of your energy. Good, good, good. Now looking at the head. Okay, completely clear. Completely clear. So let's increase the amount of light you're pulling in. Every step we go, we're going to turn up the light a little bit more. Pulling more light in from the soul star over the bridge into the crown. Looking good. Third eye looking good. Tiny bit of dust we pushed up from this. Third eye, let's clear. Good. Back of the head, jade gate. Amazing. Good. Now coming down the neck to the throat itself. So I'm going to just look at the exit of light from the body beneath your feet. Pushing down, evidence of energy work is there. You've taken good care of the vessel. That's good. Pushing down now into the feet, connection to earth. Okay, so there's insulation. I would like to first open up the exit. So when we wash your vessel with light, there's a path of exit. So opening up the earth bridge for you. I would like to burn the insulation, or it looks like tar or wax, to prevent you from connecting to the energy of the earth. This is important for 2 reasons. One, you pull up healing energy from the planet when you walk through nature. But more importantly, in your case, you are anchoring very, very powerful light. So every living being on this planet, when they pray to the divine, you make that energy available. When they pray, it's accessible to them. But if they do not wish for it, it doesn't affect them. So there's no violation of free will here. And so cutting you off from the earth was important for, let's say, the dark beings. And so let's remove the insulation and examine how the earth bridge is. In all humans, these are cut at birth. So let's see going around, pulling away the insulation. Under the knees to the base of the feet clear. Now going over the bridge. Bridge is 100% complete, and now that the insulation is gone, is connected perfectly to the Earth star. So this was just maybe like filling up a tunnel with rocks. Now that has been removed, the bridge is at 100% health. This is very unusual, my friend. I don't see this very often. So we've got a clear path for the light to go through. This is amazing. Let's turn the light up even further, and then we'll work on the remaining centers, because the Earth star and bridge are healthy. Okay, pulling light into the branches of the soul star, over the soul bridge, entering the crown. And so now that there's no blockage, light is making it through. With every breath, you're washing the system. Crown looking amazing. Third eye, amazing. Jade gate, amazing. And now looking at the throat. One chord and nothing else. So this would be when you held your words. Is it this lifetime? No, not this lifetime. It would be a situation where you wouldn't have expressed the truth. You would have suppressed this, and that left an injury. Maybe there was a greater good in play that you would say, okay, I'm not going to speak. Let's get that out for you, no problem. Simple, simple. Okay, so moving it out of your dimension. And very gently and respectfully from the right side of the neck, I'm going in. Reaching the throat center. Wiggling the little roots out of place, pulling all of it out. It's out of the throat, removing from the neck, and now pulling out of your aura. And let's burn that thing. Immediately, let's heal the throat for you. Okay. Throat thumbs up. Let's increase the light even further. More light coming down the branches of the soul star into the soul star. Washing it, washing the bridge, entering the crown. Perfect, pristine condition. Third eye, same. Jade gate, same. And now washing the throat. Thumbs up, throat is good. Higher heart. There's like a little box, sanduqche, like a little box around this center, and it's just right at the top of the chest plate, the thymus. It's encapsulated so that you find it difficult when you want to radiate and express the energy of divine love. And so it's made it through, but this is an impedance, resistance in its path. Let's open this up, or rather remove the whole thing, like a little cage, tiny little cage. Okay, so very gently, I'm going to enter from the above the right shoulder, entering into the body, now moving along the collarbone to the top of the chest plate. I've got this little cage, wiggling it out of place. Okay, so it's got all these little roots woven inside the higher heart, moving it out. Higher heart is clean. I'm past the half, the central plane, pushing it now towards the left side. It's beginning to exit through the left side of the neck. It's out of the body and out of your energy, crumbling and crushing the whole thing. And let's burn this. This was very much so an act of vengeance, or a curse, so to speak. Somebody would have prayed, may you never speak again. May you never express again, okay? And that was causing a limitation. May you never express that love again. So it's a hateful energy. And now this center is clear. Let's strengthen it up from divine light and your own soul power. First, let's heal it. So divine feminine energy, the magnolia rattle. And now let's strengthen it. So divine masculine, this cedar. Now washing it with light, pulling in more, focusing on the top of the chest. And awakening the dragon. Okay, reconnected to the throat and going down to the heart. I've never seen anything like this in anyone either. So many of what we have dealt with in this session together is absolutely unique. Now again, the reason for specialized types of limitation is you being very specialized. That certain energies that you bring, they didn't want it to be here. So again, in your holiday lifetimes, they took advantage of you not remembering, trying to limit you for those incarnations, but all the ones that follow. But that's not going to work. It's out of the way as if it never existed, okay? So everything from the thymus upwards clear. So let's increase the volume and flow of light. And again, I'm getting these like a plane, like imagine a surface, but it's going upwards with geometric patterns all around and coming downwards. So there's an exchange of sacred geometry between your infinite soul and the body. That happened as soon as we strengthened the bridge to a sufficient level. What is it doing for you? Okay, I'm seeing the structure of a cell, working on every individual cell in the body, upgrading this so it can accept and tolerate the volume of light from the soul, way beyond a quarter, way beyond the initial 25%. And organically, the bridge is expanding beyond what a normal human can tolerate. So, and this is ongoing. This is all you, by the way. And the soul knows that the body needs an upgrade so it can take more energy, more life force. So everything in the head and the higher heart, thumbs up. I'm perfectly happy with that. So now let's take a look at the heart as it's being washed. So now the heart and the lower torso remaining. So some heart breaks, energetic evidence of that. Some cords from earlier incarnations and some debris from this lifetime. I'm going to remove the cords and all of it with strengthening your heart. So a few steps all in one. We're going to strengthen the heart and expand it so it cleans itself, but it's going to also clean the lower centers for you. And so now you have more than adequate levels of energy coming in from your infinite soul. Okay, my dear friend, as divine beings, we love. And it's natural, sometimes we get hurt through loss, through betrayal, through people taking advantage of our loving nature, taking love for weakness. And so every time this occurs, it leaves a little crack or chip in that otherwise perfect jewel that is the heart. And so you may ask, how do we repair this? Well, we're going to melt it and cast it brand new for you, as if none of that ever existed. Okay, so very gently and respectfully entering the chest, and now supporting the heart from underneath like a pillow, and now calling back the energy of love that you have given everyone and everything, your energy returning to you, and starting to heat the heart up, warming it, pulling back more of your energy, calling it all back to you, and repairing and strengthening the heart and raising its energy levels, starting to get wobbly like jelly. We want to melt it completely, pulling back all the love that you have given in every domain that consciousness exists. Okay, so now it's melting from the edges inward. And now we've got a complete liquid is starting to now circulate healthily. I'm going to scoop through the liquid and pull out all the implants, all the cords connected, one major one. I'm through the half plane of the body, central plane, pulling out of the heart. It's all out, pulling out of the body, pulling out of your aura. Burned it out completely. Now let's continue strengthening the heart, warming up the liquid. So it's a perfect emerald color liquid, spiraling healthily. And now it's starting to bubble and warm up further. Let's give it more energy. So all the love has returned, and now we're pulling in from the beloved divine and increasing its energy. It's starting to bubble and evaporate. Let's continue strengthening your heart. And every last little droplet is now evaporating, turning into a gas. And now we have a perfect gas. Let's continue warming it up, giving it even more energy. And we want to turn it into a supercharged plasma, like the sun. Okay, a little bit more, pulling in more light from the soul star into the body. And now it just ignited. We've got a perfect little sun at the center of the chest. And let's continue giving it energy. So with every breath, you're feeding it light, and with every exhalation, you're breathing out the soot and the byproduct of what we're burning. So with your breathing, you're controlling the process. Okay, so now any tiny pieces that we might have left behind are burning. They can't exist in this energy level. So making the heart stronger and making it larger, filling up the chest. Now the edges are coming out of the chest. Let's continue making it stronger. So now it's incorporating the head and the lower part of the torso. Let's make it larger and stronger. Now it's encompassing your entire body. Let's continue. So anything that is not love was burned out of the lower chakras at this moment, making it larger to fill the room you are sitting in. Pulling in more light. So now it's completely holding the house, the building you are living in. And let's make it even larger and stronger, so that it may encompass an entire city block, pulling in more energy. Okay, so not just cleaning and purifying itself, the lower chakras and higher chakras, the room, the building, but now it just pushed away any dark beings within a city block radius from you. Okay, so now let's start shrinking the heart while maintaining that energy level. So the smaller it gets, the hotter and more powerful it's becoming. Shrinking it back down to the size of the building. Shrinking it down to the size of your room. So it's really burning warm like an emerald color sun. Shrinking it down so it's only holding your body. Making it smaller, so now it's the size of the chest, and shrinking it back to the size of the normal heart while it's at the energy of a super sun. Okay, the heart is clear. Good thing, I'm going to leave it at this energy level for you. The good thing is you can still feel like normal, but it won't stick. Anything that isn't love will burn away. So no more cords, no more attachments. By the way, any sort of emotionally distressing situation, it'll repair itself very quickly. So no more quote unquote heartbreak, no more cords, people pulling on your energy, and so on. Okay, I'm very happy with this. Let's pull in more light. So the bridge, by the way, while we were speaking, it's gone to 150%, 1.5 times usual, let's say usual human capacity. So it's very quickly, rapidly expanding beyond. Pulling light in, washing all the way over the head, through the head, down the neck, throat, higher heart and heart. And now let's have a look at the solar plexus. So the cleansing process that I use rattles for, solar plexus, sacral, tanden, and root have been purified. I'm just going to heal them. So let's heal the solar for you and wash over it with light. Okay, continuing down the sacral, some cleansing still required. So let's just do some. So if there's an art form that you enjoy or you have enjoyed since childhood, painting, calligraphy, whatever, music, dancing, singing, please express this. It'll be very good for you. It'll strengthen the flow of your life force. Okay, so now let's just cleanse the sacral. Express more.
Is cooking and baking counts as art?
Yes, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yes, yes. I mean, it is a high art form. Not many people can pick up a paintbrush and make something, but not many people can take the ingredients and bake something to that level of quality. Oh, absolutely. Perhaps there would be also a financial benefit in this. Again, think of the price of a wedding cake. People pay a lot of money. So that most certainly is willing to be expressed stronger. And it's going to be so good for you. We mentioned the meditation. It doesn't have to be just with the beads. While you're in that process of creating, measurement, mixing, temperatures, timing and everything, you're in a meditative state. Very, very strongly recommended. Please pursue this. You'll surprise yourself.
Well, one day maybe I'll make you raw organic cheesecake.
Oh my God. Yes. And I'm not fussy. Make it fatty, and I don't need it to be organic. I just want it to be like mwah. Yay. Thank you. That just made me super happy. Amazing. So sacral, little bit of dusting left. Let's pull that dust out. And now further healing. So yes, this one needed extra attention. So expression of your artistic form, the beauty you bring into the world. This is very, very important for you. It will fuel your spiritual ascension even further. So one of the things that is going to be very beneficial is this. Yes, please. So let's do some more healing. Okay, I'm happy with the sacral. Down to the tanden. This is a storehouse for healing energy. Or lower dantian in energetic modalities like Reiki or Qigong. And this is the known center where you charge it like a battery, and then you can pull up that energy through your hands and do hands-on healing. This is ready to go, my friend. I'm just going to give you an empowerment, if you agree and you wish for it, a dragon Reiki empowerment. Would you like to receive this?
Yes, please.
Okay, so 3 empowerments. It's about 3 fingers width underneath the belly button and about the same width inside the body.
Lower dantian, right?
Lower dantian, yes. First of 3, complete. So immediately the color is rising, energy levels are rising in there. Let's do second out of 3. Second out of 3 empowerments complete. Yes, you are one powerful healer, my friend. You'll discover this pretty immediately. And let's do the final one, 3 out of 3. So the Tanden or lower Dantian are fully empowered. And so may you be a powerful and confident healer, and may you be the instrument of divine light and blessing and healing to shine upon all those who have the privilege of being in your presence. I bless you, I bless your life, and I bless your journey. Okay, good. This was already there, man. By the way, I didn't do anything. I just kind of wakened it up. So that's perfect. I love this. And so you can start with your own hands on anywhere. If you feel any pains, just put the hands there. Think heal or think on. Yes, just it works immediately. And then give yourself a little time, like a few seconds, 1 or 2 minutes. The flow will get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then you can try hands-on, and then you can try remotely. So the more you use, the stronger.
My hands are burning hot right now, actually.
That's
about.
So confirmation. By the way, the infrastructure, the energy structure for this kind of work is already there powerfully. And so again, please, I would like to remind you of a property of your soul. You are the giver of wisdom and enlightenment and healing. So that healing part is very much built into you. And so this is amazing. I'm happy that you're immediately feeling this. And it gets really, really warm. People feel it go into the body, even to the bone marrow. So there's nothing that you cannot positively affect in this way. Very amazing. I love this. So let's pull in even more light. Okay, this is very strange. The bridge is now at twice standard human level. So within the few minutes that we reconnected and started the flow, the soul bridge is already twice normal human capacity. Let's see the earth bridge slowly lagging behind, but catching up. It's at 150. So both of these bridges are automatically expanding. This is again part of your own energetic structure, getting stronger. So you can moderate this or control it with your mind. Give the physical body some time for catching up, because that's the most, it's the slowest part of the process. Energetically, it happens really quick, but then this has to happen, this has to happen. So in the physical reality, there's a delay. But that's expanding also in a very impressive and unusual way. So now focusing on the root, your heart burnt out a lot of circuitry. So there is evidence of energy harvesting. This would be through the point of entry would be through the root. In the physical body, it would be the tailbone and the bone above it, the sacral. Going through those little holes, the sacral plexus, reaching into the lower abdomen, but also into the digestive system, connecting to the kidneys, and then extending into the thighs, also connecting to the reproductive system. It's harvesting of the most dense human energy, and they call it the Kundalini energy, the rising serpent. So this was being taken or stolen from you. The heart expansion burnt out that stuff. So just some little healing in terms of being clean, perfectly clean. So just some repair on that part. So everything underneath the tanden and above the knees, we're focusing on that right now. So bringing in healing, reconstruction, no corruption of code. Okay, no genetic damage. Good, good, good. And now going sideways down into the hips. And now reaching the knees. Okay, pulling in light. Everything from the knees upwards. Perfect. And so the feet, they are clear. I just want to strengthen them because there's a lot of energy going through the feet. Underneath the knees and above the soles of your feet. I'm going to strengthen these. Divine masculine energy, strengthening both feet. And now I'm guided to go into the bone marrow for the purpose of a specific upgrade in your immune system. So the new white blood cells that are being made are going to go through an upgrade. And this is again made possible. So you're fueling it yourself. So an upgrade in your immunity, enhanced immunity. Okay, so now just stepping back, looking at the entire skeletal structure and addressing with reverence and divine love the cells within the bones, the bone marrow, to receive upgrades that are aligned with your perfect health and immunity to all kinds of adversity, whether consciousness, whether physical. Okay, I'm seeing this now as shining light. So focus on the upgrade of your immunity. Thumbs up. The legs are good. The earth bridge. Let's do a little bit of cleansing because we pushed a lot out of the system downwards. So a tiny bit of cleansing going into the earth star. Not very much whatsoever. Clearing the earth bridge and the earth star, and everything is perfect, perfectly shiny. So I perceive things that don't belong as black spots. There's nothing now left in your system. So connecting the divine realms to earth, that's the first flow of energy that's happening now at 200% maximum human capacity, already built into your structure. So finally, I just like to pull up healing energy from the earth because this was missing. So calling to our beloved Mother Gaia, asking for her healing and blessing. And we've got a agreement, pulling all that energy into your roots, pulling all of it into the earth star. Now spiraling up the earth bridge, entering from the base of your feet, ankle level, pulling up towards the knees, pulling up into the hips, filling the torso, root, tanden, sacral, under the rib cage, solar plexus, heart, higher heart and throat, spilling into the shoulders, filling the arms. Now moving up the neck, back of the head, big gate, third eye and crown, pushing, spiraling up the soul bridge into the soul star, and now pumping into the divine realm. So this is the earth flow, connecting earth to heaven. Finally, let's just normalize the flow, harmonize the flow. So you've got connecting heaven to earth and earth to heaven. Two very powerful streams of healing energy going through. Let's just bring these into perfect harmony and union. And so now this is strengthening your aura. You've got two batteries, two engines charging it. And finally, my dear mage, my dear More Parsigui, Let's give you some badass defenses. So every color of divine fire, from infrared to red, all the way through violet and ultraviolet flame, and all that is not perceivable, I bless you with this, and may they come into activity as they are needed with their own divine sentience, so that all that serves you may reach you, and all that does not may catch fire through this divine flame and ascend or be burnt to such a level that whatever remains may be of service to the highest good of all. And so thus may you be the instrument of divine evolution or divine justice. You've probably seen this in Persian miniatures, where there's a guy or a girl sitting and they've got all these flames around them. That was the description of the sacred fire, and now your aura carries this, and is fueled by the light of your infinite soul, connected to the divine. So, my esteemed friend, I'm giving you the all clear. The most impressive part was the mantid being and its little minions governing this little implant of amnesia. So very much so, I would like to give you this confirmation of your strength. Nothing was done to you. You're too bad for that. You're one badass mage, right? And so nobody overpowered you. It was by choice saying, okay, I've had enough. I just want to rest for a while. And again, you see,
actually, I just got it. I requested it as a protection for myself. I just got it when we were connecting with that. Yes.
Outstanding, outstanding. So you're in control. You always have been. This is amazing. That knowing there is no weakness in your defenses, or there's no mistake that you have made. It's all good. And so you can now, with increased strength, start retrieving this information and remembering it. Right now, as we speak, your tube of light, so from the soul star all the way down to the earth star, is increasing beyond 200%. We started off with 25%, so this is a major increase. And you have the infinite wisdom to know how much you need. And I know that you have this. You've got this. With the process of meditation, is it needed? No. You've got this. Do I need to do anything else? Yes. Okay, what else? Just wishing you the best. So this is your infinite soul kind of giving you you got this, man. You've got this. Okay, I'm absolutely happy with the process. Now, I cannot do any better. It's done in the best of my ability, my dear friend.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I know we went over time, but
No. That's not a.
Do you feel like giving me something like a mantra or something I can play with?
Yes. So, so what do you want to do? We have mantras that call and praise the prime creator. We've got other ones that are heavier, more active energy, like the Kali mantra or that of the Vajrakila. Let's see, your energy is wisdom and grace. So I'll give you two. One is called the Gayatri mantra. Om Bhurbuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. I'll write it down and I'll send it in the email for you. So this is calling to the elements, primordial elements, earth, water, fire, air, and Akash, calling those energies forth and saying, we call the Most High and praise the Most High. And so this brings in divine energy. And then I'll give you a Kali mantra, which is Krim Kalyai Nama, Kapalinaye Nama, Hrim Shrim Krim, Parameshwari Kali Ke Swaha. Kali is divine anger, divine wrath. So think of the energy of a mother who says, "You do not mess with my children." And so that is divine energy. But when somebody or something steps out of line in a very bad way, this is appropriate to embody that sort of energy. So I'll send both of these for you. Now, the way that the Buddhist tradition completes these, you have to recite them over 100,000 times. And so that's where the mala comes in. So every full 108 rounds of the mala is one of them, and you do 108. So 108 times 108. That's 11,000 or so. So it's more like a lifetime practice. And the more you do, the more clearly and powerfully you become that energy. So yes, these are the two that I would like to recommend strongly. But my dear friend, go let some time pass by. There's another system called the Kujikiri, which I teach, which focuses on each one of the energy meridians in the body, including the Tanden and Jade Gates, so 9 keys. This will take you about 3 months or so if you do it every day. So, and that's more extensive, takes a lot of energy. However, because of the level of your soul, that is not necessary. You're already there. You won't need it. But it will have a very positive effect on the body. So see how you get along. Trust your guidance. I trust it. See how you feel. And I'm at your service. If you wish to return and learn that, that is absolutely my pleasure.
Name doesn't sound very good in Farsi, you know that, right?
Ah,
The
yes,
key,
yes, yes, of course, of course.
that's the joke.
There's yes, yes. I've had Persian friends pick up on that. Of course they would, but yes, it's an old evolutionary process. That's very beneficial. But for now, just use these mantras. You don't need it. As far as it goes for your rank as a soul, you're way up there. And so, yes, let's see how things proceed. Most certainly, I would be honored to work with you in the future.
Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. You're amazing.
Thank you,
Maybe
sir.
throughout my journey, I had many interactions with the magicians, with the healers, with the mystics, but this one was unbelievably
Oh,
unique
thank
and
you.
powerful. For
Thank
me,
you.
yawning is like a purging and clearing. So I was yawning like crazy. I was
Yes,
feeling
yes,
everything
yes,
like
yes.
so
Absolutely.
beautiful.
I'm very, very happy. And
And
okay, so I'm going to wait for the Zoom to process. I'll immediately email a download link for you, plus the two mantras. And you can also have a look on YouTube. I think the Gayatri mantra you can easily find. As far as I've searched, the Kali mantra is not complete in many sources, but I'll write them down for you, and you can just sort of practice on a daily basis. They're very powerful, very effective.
I will. By the way, if you find it beneficial, you're more than welcome. If you want to share this, our
Oh,
session,
thank you. Yeah. Oh my God.
page,
Yes.
it's beneficial for you and anyone else, you're more than welcome to do so.
And I've got a name for it, the light giver or the wisdom giver, because that's what you have been. You've been a light giver for so many lifetimes, and you're going to continue giving light to people.
Well, let's call it sharing the love. That's
Sharing the
what you
love. Yay. I love it.
did for me, and I really appreciate it. I felt the love. It was unconditional love. I really appreciate it,
Thank
and
you.
I
Thank you, my
acknowledge.
dear friend. All
Thank you
the very
very,
best to you. And take care of yourself, okay?
thank you very much.
All the best.
Khuda
Thank you. Take
Hafiz.
care. Bye bye. Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.